Hello guys, this week we're going to look at the artwork of Louis Comfort Tiffany. He is most well known for creating what are called the Tiffany lamps, and we're going to create our own lamp. First thing we want to do is we want to fold our paper in half. The hot dog way, so it's nice and tall. We're going to open it up. Then we are going to design our lamp base. So I want you to be looking at those handouts that I have included. And we're going to look at designing a lamp base. They weren't all that fancy. The bases weren't. So I'm going to make my lamp nice and tall. So I want to use most of the paper. I'm going to draw out half of my lamp base. I'm only drawing half because we're going to be using the other half. We're going to fold it over and we're going to transfer this design to the other side. Okay, now I'm going to end up folding it over. I'm going to rub it, and I'm going to transfer it from one side to the other. So I'm going to use some kind of hard object, preferably, or could use the back of your Sharpie marker. And I'm going to scrub this really hard to transfer that design from one side to the other. Okay, it's important that you're using a regular pencil for this. Do not use a mechanical pencil to draw out your design because mechanical pencils do not transfer very well. This I'm going to trace in Sharpie. Alright, boys and girls, you can see that I've traced out my lamp base design. Okay, I want to color this, so I'm either going to use brown markers, brown colored pencils, and the reason for the brown is because Tiffany made their lamps out of bronze. Okay, so I've colored my base brown. Okay, I've got my base cut out. You can see some white along the edges. I'm going to take my Sharpie marker and I'm going to fix those edges and get those black. Okay, boys and girls, to create the shade, we're going to actually fold the paper. We want our shade as wide as this. Okay, our paper for our base was straight up and down. We want our shade wide. So I'm going to fold my shade in half. All right, boys and girls, you can see that I folded my paper in half, the hamburger way. Okay, right in here, you can see that, is my half of my dragonfly. Because again, we're going to transfer this drawing over by rubbing it, so I only need half of this. Now, I wasn't drawing spaces in particular, I was drawing little areas, and then leaving room between them. So almost like scales on like a crocodile or on a fish or something like that, or on the spots on a giraffe. Okay, to fill in those other areas. These are going to be colored jewels. These are just going to be colored glass. Okay, so now I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to fold this design to the inside, and then I'm going to scrub it to get it to transfer. Boys and girls, now that I have my design transferred to both sides, I'm going to trace everything in Sharpie marker. The spaces in between all these little areas, I'm going to fill those in black. Boys and girls, now that I have my caning all blackened in, hello boys and girls, here is the original shade that I did using colored pencils. I did switch from silver to gold as far as my outline of my dragonfly. But you can see how you can shade and get different values of your colors with colored pencil. So this is the shade in colored pencil. I did do one also in marker just to show you the difference. Okay, not a ton of difference as far as the colors, but you can't get those nice changes in value. So markers, colored pencils. Markers, colored pencils. Alright boys and girls, here is the finished lamp with the colored pencil shade.